writer.
Dr. John Huber hanging out with us on the phone right now. But listen, Dr. Huber, I think this gets us to a whole other point, which is that we right now know that anger and outrage sell, and they get
Definitely.
clicks and they get comments on social media, and so we are in this constant state of outrage over everything, up to and including Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So, right? So, how do we stop that cycle?
Well, it's interesting because there was a study done just recently, and they looked at almost 2 million instant messages on a lot of gameplay. And the people who said negative things about other people in their area got the longest amount of attention. And the people who said good things about other people got fewer moments of attention.
Right.
But when they monitored those people afterwards, the people who put out all those negative things, they actually got a lot of negativity. People went against them in the games, whereas the people who said nice things actually got help and support.
Huh.
And it's kind of like karma, and it's interesting. Why do we do that? Well, it sells. It's easy,
yeah,
and you get emotionally disrupted, and you stop thinking with your higher executive functions. So you stop having to rationalize and expect people to use actual facts. They can just beg the argument, and they win.
Yeah. So psychologically speaking, before I let you go, is there any like long-term repercussions from that, from all of this on our, on who we are as individuals and human beings? I mean, are we all going to end up depressed? Or, what's the repercussion of all of this outrage?
Well, that's why I brought up that study that I just talked about. What happens is people start taking a negative attitude towards individuals who are always looking at the bad of things. I've been blessed. I've run into a lot of amazing people who, no matter how bad some of the criminals I've worked with, they've always been able to find some truly positive aspect to that person's life. And I'm always amazed at those individuals. But then I watch them, and everybody speaks highly of those people. And I think that's the lesson to learn. If you want people to like you and respect you, you need to find the good things in this world and talk about it. It's easy to find the negative things, and it puts you with the majority of people that people look down on and say you're just a naysayer and always looking for the worst in it.
So if we're fast forwarding into the first week of January and pretending we're working on being our better selves already right now in December, it's try to not do it, because ultimately it's going to be bad for you in the long run.
Exactly, unless you want to take it positive. For example, I always like to leave somebody with something positive. Like I told you how amazing your show is and dynamic, and how that Benadryl's not going to put you to sleep. I just do that. I mean, that's part of what I've struggled with every day when I talk with people. I try to leave them with some bit of positive, truly positive information. I don't make it up. If I made it up, it wouldn't be worth anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to do the same for you then. We love having you on the show, Dr. John Huber. Always great to get your perspective, and this time especially great to get your laughter over some of this nonsense. We really appreciate it. We'll post a link to all things Dr. John Huber on our show notes page at Dana Barrett.